seeing the difference is kind of nuts to me. I definitely was not expecting that. I got my braces 6 months ago, so this is my 6-month braces update. I'm going to talk about what it's been like to have braces. I'm also going to show progress photos and videos of how my face has changed, how my teeth have changed. Oh, and by the way, my name is Crystal, as in Kyber Crystals, and even though this video is about my braces, I usually make videos about Star Wars and other fandoms. Come hang out with us. I got my braces to correct an open bite and an overbite. So an open bite means that my teeth in the front, they don't touch. Like usually an underbite is this, but an overbite is this. And on top of my overbite, my teeth are like this. So my front teeth don't touch and they are forward out of my jaw. My braces journey looks like 1.5 years of braces, then I'm gonna do jaw surgery, and then another 1.5 years of braces. So it's been about 6 months, so I should be getting jaw surgery in about a year, which is crazy. That is just a quick overview of my orthodontic issues that I'm correcting. I have a whole video up about it here. You can check it out. I go into depth of the issues that I'm facing and my whole orthodontic journey up until that point. It's been really interesting because I feel like my face has changed, which I really wasn't expecting with braces, but you know, I'm happy with the changes that I'm seeing. I feel like my face is a lot more symmetrical. I feel like this part of my face looks a lot different. It doesn't feel so crowded. I'll put some before and afters up on the screen here. I think that my smile looks different, of course. I think too, like my profile of my teeth, it just looks so much like straighter up and down. Whereas like before, I felt like my teeth kind of like flared a little bit and it would push this out, but I feel like it's so straight now. Like it's crazy. I didn't really take that many progress photos in the first 2 months of me getting braces because I didn't think that my teeth were that crooked. Like I didn't really think that the dramatic before and after wasn't going to come from my braces. I really thought it was going to be from the jaw surgery. Now when I look at photos of my teeth now versus 6 months ago, I'm like, oh my god, my teeth were so crooked. Like seeing the difference is kind of nuts to me. I definitely was not expecting that. I also feel like I don't have as bad of a lisp. Like I feel like my lisp is getting corrected as I get braces and as my mouth makes room for my tongue and my teeth. I got my braces back in August, and I think within the first month is when I really started to see like a little bit of shifting. It wasn't until month 2 that I really saw like a big difference in the way that my teeth looked. The first 2 months of my braces were like, I don't want to say rough, but it was definitely an experience. I got over the pain pretty quickly, but my mouth was just so uncomfortable for like 1.5 months, 2 months, maybe even 3 months. Like it took like months for me to get used to the feeling of having something in my mouth constantly. And I would have like random pain, like every day, week to week would be so different. Like sometimes like these teeth would hurt, sometimes like my bottom teeth would hurt, my 2 front teeth. And these days, like I do still have random pain. Like I think it was 2 days ago, like my molars were hurting, but it's not a big deal and it's not anything that like stops me throughout my day. My braces tightened in November, about 2.5 months into having braces. And I say tightened because they're not really tightening anything. They're just kind of giving me like a new wire going across, and it's just like a thicker wire to help move the teeth into place. And during my first tightening, they also added a power chain across my top teeth, and then they gave me rubber bands to change out like 3 to 4 times a day. I was like from these teeth down here, like a little triangle, and what that was supposed to do is eventually the rubber bands are going to help move my upper jaw down to my lower jaw, like here. And the power chain is connecting all the teeth between the 2 bands on the top, and that helps me not get gaps where, you know, it helps bring all of those teeth down instead of just the 2 that it's connected to on the side. So I did that for another 2.5 months. It sucked. I hated having rubber bands. I was in so much pain. It was worse than getting the braces on. Like I was in pain for days, the worst pain, like not only my teeth, but I felt like my bones in my face were hurting. Like I felt like the bottom part of my cheekbones were like so sore. You get used to it, of course, but it just really sucked. I hated it. And it felt so good to take my rubber bands off. Anytime I had to eat or anytime I changed them, it just felt like so much relief from pressure. So I did have to change my rubber bands like 3 to 4 times a day. Every time I ate, I would take them out and then put them back in, or put a new set back in. And then usually in the evening, you know, after I eat dinner, I put a new set in, and then I would put on another new set right before I went to bed, because I wanted to like have the most tension in my teeth, because I really wanted them to close. Like I didn't want to wear rubber bands more than I had to. So I was on it. Like I wore my rubber bands diligently. Some downsides to having the rubber bands was they cut like the inside of my mouth so badly, you know, because it's just like this thing right here. And it's just like this constant friction on the inside of my mouth. So you may notice that I'm not wearing my rubber bands now, and that's because I got my braces tightened again, like maybe 2 weeks ago now, and they took off the power chain in the braces because at this point in my orthodontics journey, they are basically they're getting my teeth ready for surgery. Getting my braces tightened for the second time didn't nearly suck as bad as it did the first time getting it tightened, and that's why I think it was due to the rubber bands and the power chain. I don't really use the wax anymore. I did when I first got my braces because it was really uncomfortable, and I will use the wax if I'm getting like sores in my mouth. For example, when I did LA Comic-Con this year and I talked for like 3 or 4 days nonstop, like just yapping away. The more I talk, like, you know, you get friction here. And so I would get like little sores here. So I'll put like the wax then when I'm getting like sores. But for the most part, I don't really feel like I need it. I would also put it on top of the rubber bands. So like if it was connected to these teeth here, I'd put like a huge glob of like wax right here and just go to sleep like that. My overall oral hygiene is probably the best it's ever been. I was never like an avid flosser before, but now I floss every day. On average, it takes me like, from start to finish, I'm averaging about 15 minutes flossing, brushing, taking care of my teeth in that way, which is forever, and I honestly hate it. Like I want to skip it every single night. I'm like dragging my feet to the bathroom. A lot of people in my last video recommended I get a water flosser, which I did. It's pink, it's cute, I love her. With the water flosser is you still have to floss your teeth. Because I don't know if you've ever used a water flosser and then flossed manually after that. There's still plaque. There's still stuff in your teeth. I don't use the water flosser every single day, but I use it most days. If I'm noticing I'm getting like some plaque buildup like on the sides of the brackets where it's really hard for me to like brush, I make sure to water floss that, and it takes care of it because I'm really paranoid about getting spots on my teeth from my braces. Especially because I'm not giving up coffee. I did switch to drinking my coffee out of a straw, but I did get these flossers off of Amazon. These are specifically for braces. This part here, it'll like fit in between the teeth and the bracket. I was using these for a while because like I said, it takes me forever to floss and I always try to skip it. So I was like, let me figure out something else. I got the water flosser and I got these. I was using these for a few weeks and I thought it was fine. But I noticed like my breath started to smell a little bit. So I switched back to like the regular floss, and let me tell you, my gums were pissed. Like my gums would like bleed because I hadn't been flossing them correctly for however many weeks I was using these. I carry these with me in my little like to-go case because I think that they're really nifty to have when I'm like on set or if I'm out at a restaurant or whatever. These are really great to spot clean. I would not recommend this tool to be a replacement for flossing, and I would not recommend a water pick to be a replacement for flossing. When I first got my braces, I was really concerned about if my teeth are moving. Is it working? Are my teeth doing what they need to do? And for me, the proof of my teeth moving or working, there was a few things. I mentioned the random mouth pain or the random tension in my teeth. I also am getting gaps in my teeth, like my two front teeth are getting a little gap. And then right here, I'm getting a gap. I know I keep talking about flossing, but flossing was a really good indicator for me that my teeth are moving, because sometimes when I go to floss, it would be really, really difficult to get my floss in between certain teeth. And then like a week later or 2 weeks later, it was so easy to get my floss in and out. I also noticed that where my teeth were overlapping before, there's like staining. So now I can like see staining on my teeth, which love that. For example, my bottom teeth, I had some teeth that were covering here and now they're like this. But I can see like a dark spot here where my teeth were like touching. That's the only thing. I do plan on getting my teeth whitened after all of this. Oh, there's a big ass crow on my balcony. Then I also wanted to talk a little bit about my tongue thrust, which is the whole reason I have an open bite. The cause of all my issues that I'm having, sinus, teeth-wise, jaw-wise, is because of my tongue thrust. I've actually had people with an open bite reach out to me personally and be like, girl, you need to fix your tongue thrust because you're gonna relapse. So I appreciate y'all sending me that and like telling me it's serious, because it really helped put things into perspective for me. Something that I've been doing that has like really helped with my tongue thrust and my mouth breathing is I take a mint. Like I have these lifesavers and I order like a 2-pound bag like every few months. And I do this for about 30 minutes every single day. I mean, I should be doing it every single day, but the idea is to do it every single day for 30 minutes. And you take the mint and you put it here, and then you have to have your tongue just hold it there. You really, at least for me, and I think someone with a tongue thrust, you really have to focus on being able to swallow without moving your tongue in your mouth. Like that's how it should be. Because the thing with a tongue thrust is a lot of times when you swallow, your tongue kind of like rolls forward in your mouth, and that's where you get the pressure on your front teeth. Which pushes it forward over time. I've noticed a significant difference since doing these tongue exercises. The other really big benefit to correcting my tongue thrust and my braces and everything is my snoring has gone down so much. I sleep through the night most of the time. My partner, I wake him up all night because I just snore so loud and really bad. He said that I haven't been snoring. I mean, there's sometimes when it happens, but it's not nearly like it was before, where it was like every single night I'd be snoring. I am favoring breathing through my nose more, so that's a big improvement also. And I also wonder if that is part of why my face looks so different. Besides just like my teeth positioning, I wonder if it's like also my breathing and my tongue posture. I did want to say that it took a few months for me to like be comfortable with my braces. And when I say that, I mean like not feel weird or embarrassed. Like I felt so self-conscious when I had braces for like months. Before, when I would like meet people, I'm like, oh my God, I have braces. Oh my God, they're gonna see my braces. But it's fine now. I'm used to them. I don't feel self-conscious or embarrassed. If anything, like I feel like my braces look really cute. So, you know, that's cool. Thank you to everyone that reached out in my last video and like people sharing their own stories with having an open bite. I really felt like alone in this, I guess. You know, when I had done my own research, there's not a lot of information out there about correcting an open bite. So it really meant a lot to me that people had reached out to me directly or in my comments to share like their own experiences or what they went through. So I really appreciate that. And I think it was so cool that a lot of you were in the process of about to get your braces. So I think that that is really exciting. Like we're all kind of in this together. But yeah, I really appreciate the words of support from you guys. It really helped with not feeling like a weird alien that's existing. Let me know if you have any questions about braces or open bites, and I'll do my best to answer them based on my own personal experience. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you next time. Bye.